So what's going on with this XFL, Chris? They're bringing Bob Stoops, Hines Ward, and
bringing
Rod
in the
Woodson
heat. They're bringing the heat
as head coaches. Is that what it is?
Yeah, so the XFL, and this is my thing. I don't know. The XFL, they bring Bob Stoops, Hines Ward, Rod Woodson. I think Wade Phillips and maybe somebody else is a head coach in the XFL.
Huh.
And they're really trying to take some viewership or market share from the NFL. I'm not sure it's going to work, though, because, like, this is like, okay, let's go get Phil Jackson and let's throw him as a coach in the G League. Does everybody flock to the G League now and turn the G League on because Phil Jackson's the coach of the G League?
But I don't even know if it's like that because if you're coaching the G League, the basketball players are coming out because it's the same sport. XFL is not even the same sport.
That's true.
It's arena football, and I agree with
different rules.
Different rules, different play style. It's very receiver heavy. So I mean, I guess like in today's age, the wide receiver is a very needed role. Like I mean, look at the Super Bowl Cooper Kupp. They're not winning that without Cooper Kupp, and it's a very pass heavy league. So the XFL in that regard, it's gonna get a little bit exciting to see the more passing. But I like you said. I don't care what kind of coaches you bring in. I don't think that the XFL is going to transition just because, I don't know. Arena football is just not. It's just.
And I don't want to be a hater because it would be nice to see the XFL succeed, but I just don't see how it happens. Like, people watch the NBA and the NFL and the MLB and all these different, the UFC and so on and so forth because they're the top tier athletes playing at their peak. And in the XFL, you have athletes that couldn't make it to the NFL or just weren't good enough to play in the NFL.
It's like high-level college.
NFL athletes that are at the end of their end of their career or maybe whatever, trying to come into the XFL just to make, mess around and make some money. Right. Which I think is what it is. Maybe a money, I don't want to call it a money grab because I'm sure there's a lot of cool stuff that's going to happen with the XFL, but they tried it before, didn't really happen. Like I said, you compare it to arena football. I'm thinking G League, and it doesn't matter what you do.
I don't know.
You're not getting a bunch of viewership to the G League or to arena football or to. Like it just doesn't happen, right? Like people don't even watch college baseball. Do people even watch college baseball? Like. No. And that's pretty big, right? So, I mean, like, I just don't know how you steal the viewership when the NFL players are top caliber. And is someone going to wake up tomorrow and be like, I want to join the XFL?
And at that point, you just, like, I guess you just have to go after, like, almost like the college, like, almost like a different demographic. Because, like you're saying, if you're watching the NBA, NFL, whatever, you want to see the best of the best. That's why we tune into pro sports. Like, that's why it's always better. I don't know why people say college sports are better than pro sports. I think they're tripping when they say that. I think they're maybe nostalgic, or maybe they're just a hater.
I like pro sports better.
But, like, if you watch a pro sports game and you watch a college game next to each other, the speeds, the plays, the athleticism, I mean, it's just night and day. You can see the difference is ridiculous.
I mean, J.J. Redick the other day was talking mess about college basketball, saying how they haven't updated their sets, their strategies, their anything in 19 years. He's like, when I watch college basketball, they're running the same sets I ran and when I played basketball. This is J.J. Redick. And I don't know, I guess he balled in probably like the 2000s, maybe late 90s.
He's a hooper.
And he's a baller. And he's sitting there just trolling college and saying how it's not that fun to watch and how this and that because it's just the same sets. I mean, in the NBA, they create space. I mean, there's a lot that goes into the game. Plus the
didn't
the
he
rules.
say that because somebody was saying that if NBA players played defense like college players,
the scores would be lower.
The scores would be lower, and then he was arguing the case that actually they kind of wouldn't be because of what you're saying. Like when you get on the pro level, you can't guard. You can't use a fucking box 3 to guard. You can't guard them one-on-one. Like you can't. It just doesn't work. Like it's just not the same. Like everybody on the floor can score on you.
Right, and that's
in
the
college.
Thing.
Like maybe 2 of them can score on you, if that.
Right, And that's why, I don't know. Even March Madness was, went on, and some good basketball and stuff.
They're great basketball.
But it's nothing like the NBA playoffs or even the NBA play-in tourney.
Right.
I mean, you just, in my opinion, you see better basketball, you see better athletes, and you see people that are fun. I don't know. It's just, I see just as much heart in NBA players, especially when you get to the playoffs. And if you're a player that doesn't have that much heart, you're typically not going anywhere in the playoffs, right? So we don't see you but for the regular season. So, I mean, that's better than watching Division II basketball.
People aren't going to flock to the XFL. They want to watch the pros.
Yeah.
They want to watch the pros.